Goncalo Inacio could rival Ruben Dias. With Alexis Mac Allister's £35 million arrival from Brighton and Hove Albion likely to add more to the midfield after James Milner, Naby Keita and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain closed their contracts, there is a clear emphasis on raising the ranks at Liverpool this summer. Indeed, Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that the club's sporting director, Jürgen, is considering signing another left-footed central defender alongside two midfielders. That's why rumours linking Sporting Lisbon's genius Goncalo Inacio to the Anfield side's machinations may bear fruit. The 21-year-old defender can match well with an ace playing the ball on the left side of the centre defence. According to the information transferred, the Portuguese talent has been on Liverpool's list for a long time. Sources have confirmed that the club will 100% complete the defensive signing in the coming months. But since Inacio has a contract with Leos until 2026, it can be difficult to strike a deal. Different reports confirmed that the player had a €45 million release clause in his contract. However, it is claimed that Manchester United and Newcastle United will also make a move. Liverpool's season ended miserably as Jürgen Klopp's team failed to qualify for the Champions League for the first time in 7 seasons, despite a 7-game winning streak late in the campaign. 2 draws to close the season reminded the Reds' hierarchy that there is a lot of work to be done this summer. But the damage has already been done and Manchester United and Newcastle United have taken the top 4 positions in recent weeks, although both have given up on the area. There is every belief that a return to free-flowing successes can be achieved after an impressive summer transfer window. That's why the club is putting a lot of effort into signing Inacio, whose defensive skill and ball handling ability could prove the difference against rival Premier League teams next year. The 21-year-old, who has played in 122 games since rising through Sporting's youth ranks, was hailed as complete by scout Jacek Kulik for his performances. Indeed, according to SofaScore, the 2-time Portuguese national team player has scored 1 goal and provided 3 assists this season. He also completed 90% of his passes, successfully completed 89% of his dribble attempts and achieved an impressive 7.1 average in Liga Portugal. As such, he is one of the best ball-playing defenders in the industry, as shown by FBref. Comparing the leagues below Europe's top 5, there are metrics that rank centre-backs in the top 8% for assists and shooting actions. It also ranks in the top 1% for attempted passes and progressive passes, the top 3% for progressive carries, and the top 4% for successful picks per 90 minutes. With that in mind, there's definitely the gem needed to rival Manchester City phenomenon Ruben Dias. The elite Portuguese international has also arrived on British shores from his homeland, signing Pep Guardiola's team for £65 million in 2020. Called enormous by one analyst, Inacio could mimic that on Merseyside. If Klopp hopes to close the distance in the Sky Blues once again and continue to win silverware, he may insist on bringing the young talent to the team, putting aside the disappointment of a lackluster campaign with a galvanised signature. Liverpool could save £34 million on the transfer market with a player Jürgen Klopp loves. Liverpool could save £34 million next season by nurturing the blooming talents of Curtis Jones. Reds Academy graduate Jones shined under Jürgen Klopp after a major tactical change towards the end of the season. And he is poised to be a key player at Anfield in 2023 to 2024. Klopp and sporting director Jürgen are expected to oversee a major overhaul of Liverpool's midfield this summer. Alexis Mac Allister has arrived from Brighton in a £35 million deal. Other goals have been considered over the past few weeks. Wide-ranging reports have linked Liverpool with Nice starlet Khéphren Thuram and Celta Vigo's Gabri Veiga. Thuram is reported to have a valuation of £34 million after a good season for underperforming Nice in League One. His form in France's top flight caught the attention of Europe's top clubs, with Liverpool reportedly taking the lead. According to local sources, Liverpool will stop paying this fee until the end of France's U21 European Championship campaign. But Klopp might be tempted to drop the chase entirely because of Jones' breakthrough. The 22-year-old finished last season in great form as an offensive left-wing midfielder. He is currently in strong form in the U21 Euro as well. Klopp moved into a boxy midfielder as Jones succeeded in his new role. The goal scored in the exciting 4-3 win over Tottenham in April was followed by a fantastic boost in the 3-0 win over Leicester. It came nearly a year after Klopp admitted that he loved the quarterback's potential in the middle of a tough spell. "I had a long talk with Curtis last week because I love the boy and I love the potential he has," Klopp wrote in January 2022. "But now we really need to take the next steps and make sure it fulfills the potential it has on the pitch," he said. Speaking after the win against Leicester in May, Klopp praised Jones' progress and ability to overcome the woes of several injuries. "It has improved a lot, so I think a lot of things come together," the German manager said. "You have to remember that he's still a young kid and he played great games for us a year or two ago as well. Then he had a tough spell with injuries. We know he's a good finisher, we've seen it a few times now, both goals were absolutely phenomenal. I'm not sure they were real chances. In a good moment, it's really cool," he said. A perfect preseason could see Jones thrust into a key player role. Their performance in the last months of the previous campaign may have brought Liverpool a great deal of money. It would not be surprising to see Liverpool adopt such a policy, because the club management stands out with its low funds and stingy policy in the transfer. If Klopp really trusts Jones, he could have £34 million of Liverpool in his safe. Jürgen Klopp thinks the 24-year-old Liverpool player will be excellent next season. Jürgen Klopp reportedly expects Darwin Núñez to shine for Liverpool next season after a mixed first year in the Premier League at Anfield. The German coach has high expectations for the 24-year-old attacker, who scored 15 goals in his first season at Merseyside after Núñez's blockbuster transfer from Benfica that could cost Liverpool £85 million. With Roberto Firmino leaving Liverpool, there are expectations that Núñez will get more minutes, because Klopp is trying to spread the playing time among the five-star attackers. And the Uruguayan international can make real fame for itself in the new campaign. UEFA Europa League football could see Núñez become a regular for Liverpool as part of Klopp's mission to juggle squad fitness while also competing for the Premier League title, a challenge the former Benfica star could enjoy. With Núñez now more used to the Premier League and playing for Liverpool, there is a lot of expectation from the fans that he will improve last season's goal record. The 24-year-old has an achievement that he can easily match if he gives his all in the new season. While Núñez's 15 goals weren't a bad number for his first season in the Premier League, many fans and critics were expecting more. Klopp has the right to demand more from the offensive player next season. With the Reds stepping into a whole new world with the Europa League next year, if all goes well for the South American talisman former Benfica star, Anfield could be his side's lead man.